You are 12 years old, and the winter of 1342 in England doesn't just feel cold, it feels like it's trying to kill you. The wind cuts through the cracks of your mud brick shack, carrying with it the smell of damp earth, rot, and sickness. Inside, the air is thick, heavy, almost suffocating. In front of you, on a thin layer of straw, lies your baby brother. His small body burns with fever, his skin slick with sweat, his chest rattling with every breath like something inside him is trying to claw its way out. Each inhale sounds weaker than the last, like time itself is running out. Your mother is crying, not loudly, not dramatically, but quietly, hopelessly. She rocks back and forth, clutching her apron, as if that simple motion could somehow undo what is happening. But nothing changes. Nothing ever does. And you just sit there, frozen, watching. In your hands is a secret, a forbidden object, a worn Latin prayer book. The pages are cracked, the ink faded, but to you it is something powerful, because you can read it. No one was supposed to teach you. Not a peasant boy, not someone born to mud and hunger. But Father Benedict saw something in you, something different, and he broke the rules. And now, those same rules are about to break you. The door creaks open. He stands there. The priest, his eyes move slowly across the room. Your dying brother, your crying mother. And then, they stop on you. On the book. He understands immediately. You, clever boy, he says softly, stepping closer. His voice sounds kind, but there's something else beneath it, something sharp, something cold. The monastery needs minds like yours. You will serve God and heal the sick. Your parents turn toward him, hope lighting up their tired faces like a sudden flame in darkness. To them, this is salvation, their son, a healer, someone who might escape this life. But you feel it. Something isn't right. You don't have the words for it yet, but deep inside something tells you, this is not a gift. This is a trade, and you are the price. Tell me honestly, if you had this chance, would you take it, or would you stay and watch your family suffer? Write your answer in the comments. The monastery is nothing like you imagined. There is no warmth, no peace, no miracle cures, only suffering. The infirmary smells worse than any place you've ever been. Blood, rot, sickness, all mixed together into something that clings to your throat. People lie on wooden tables or straw mats, moaning, whispering prayers, waiting, not to be healed, but to die. Your first lesson doesn't come from a book. It comes from Marcus, the barber surgeon. He doesn't greet you, doesn't explain anything. He just points. Hold him. A man lies on the table, his arm twisted, broken beyond recognition. His eyes are wide with terror. He knows what's coming. You grab his arm. You feel him shaking. Marcus takes a rusted blade, places it against the bone, and begins to cut. No real anesthesia, just sour wine and crushed poppy leaves. It does nothing. The scream that follows is not human anymore. It echoes through the room, through your chest, into your skull. The man thrashes, begs, cries, but no one stops. You don't stop. You can't. And then, suddenly, he goes silent. Marcus doesn't even look surprised. God's will, he mutters. And just like that, it's over. You stand there, your hands covered in blood, your body shaking, but something inside you changes. Because if you feel too much, you won't survive here. So you begin to shut it down. Do you think that was the moment he lost his humanity? Or was it already gone? Tell me what you think. They begin to teach you the theory. The four humors: blood, phlegm, yellow bile, black bile. They say everything in the body depends on balance. That disease is simply imbalance, something that must be corrected. It sounds logical, it sounds scientific, but it's wrong. Completely wrong. Still, you believe it, because everyone around you believes it. Because questioning it means admitting that everything you are doing, everything you are becoming, is built on suffering and ignorance. Your days turn into a routine of examining fluids, smelling sickness, predicting death. You learn to recognize the signs, the sour breath of fever, the thick green phlegm of infection, the color of urine that whispers what is happening inside the body. You begin to cut veins, letting blood flow into bowls while patients grow weaker, paler, closer to death. And you call it treatment. By the time you are 16, you see something that will never leave your mind. A man with a crushed skull. Marcus hands you the tool and begins to drill. The sound, the vibration, the way bone resists and then gives in, it follows you into your dreams. But you don't react anymore because you've learned something important. Feeling is dangerous, and survival requires silence inside your own soul. Then comes 1348. You turn 18, and the world collapses. The Black Death arrives like a storm no one can escape. Ships bring rats, rats bring death, and suddenly, death is everywhere. People collapse in the streets. Bodies pile up. Entire families disappear in days. The air smells different now. Thick, heavy, wrong. Black swellings rise under the skin, on necks, under arms, like something growing inside people. And you are now a barber surgeon. Your workshop is no longer a place of learning. It is a battlefield. Blood-soaked rags, bowls of dark liquid, jars filled with leeches, patients lying on straw, crying, begging, screaming, and you, standing in the middle of it, pretending you know what to do, because you have no choice. There are no manuals, no instructions, no answers. So you create your own protection. A cloth soaked in vinegar over your mouth, herbs to block the smell, a heavy leather coat covered in oil and fat. Not science, fear. Your first plague patient is a merchant's wife. Her body is covered in dark, swollen buboes. You hesitate, just for a moment. Then you cut. The swelling bursts. Pus sprays across the walls. The smell hits you instantly. Rot, decay, something unnatural. She screams. And then, she dies. 3 days later, another patient. Same result. Then another, and another. At what point do you stop believing you're helping? Your rival, Thomas, watches everything. He calls you a butcher, says you are killing people. But deep down, you already know the truth. One day a noble's son dies under your hands, and everything changes. You are dragged away, thrown into a dungeon. The air is cold, wet, suffocating. Rats move in the darkness. And for the first time, you are not the one deciding life and death. Now, it's your turn. Tell me, do you think he deserved this? Or was he just a victim of his time? By some miracle, you survive. A monk defends you, says the boy was doomed anyway. You are released. But now, you understand something. You are not safe. Not from the disease, not from the people, not even from the church. Years pass. You become known, feared, respected. They call you the Raven Doctor, the man who walks among the dying and somehow survives. People pay you gold. Even when your treatments fail, you bleed them, burn them, purge them. Sometimes they survive. And when they do, something dangerous happens. You start believing in yourself. You start thinking, maybe you actually know what you're doing. But tell me, is it skill or just luck? At 25, a lord summons you. His wife is dying. You examine her, smell her urine, study the signs. You make a decision, a treatment, and somehow she survives. The Lord rewards you. Money, status, comfort. For the first time, you are no longer poor, but deep down, you know the truth. You didn't save her. You just got lucky. By 31, another wave of plague arrives. And this time, you fully believe your own legend. Every survivor becomes proof of your skill. Every death becomes someone else's fault. You even begin writing your own medical texts, something almost unthinkable. You are no longer following knowledge. You are creating it. But everything you write is built on a fragile illusion, and illusions don't last forever. Soon, the church turns against you. They call your work unnatural, dangerous, even heretical. You are arrested again, your texts used as evidence, your life hanging on a single decision. For months, you sit in a cold stone cell, waiting. Some call you a savior, others call you a monster. Which one do you think he really was? In the end, you are released, not innocent, not guilty, just watched. Your reputation is broken, the rich abandon you, and you return to the poor, to the mud, to the suffering, to the same endless cycle of death. Years pass, your body weakens, your hands shake, and then the plague returns again, stronger, faster, more cruel. This time, there is no illusion left, no hope. One evening after treating your last patient, you return home. You remove your heavy coat, your mask, and for the first time in years, you allow yourself to rest, to breathe, to believe it's finally over. But then, you feel it, a sharp pain under your arm. You look down, and your blood runs cold. A small black swelling, a bubo, then another, and another. It spreads, fast, too fast. By morning, the fever takes you. Your body shakes uncontrollably. You cough blood, and within days, your vision begins to fade. In this life, you tried to heal people, but in the end, you became just another victim of the same thing you fought against. If you made it this far, hit like, subscribe to the channel, and tell me, would you survive in this world, or would it break you completely? See you in the next story.